Hey, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much. It is Tapping Wednesday again. And if you are not familiar with me and my channel, my name is Marcia Smith. And on this channel, we talk about all things to get you to the highest version of yourself. And am I perfect? Absolutely not. Am I still learning? Absolutely, I am. But we're going to do this together every time, each and every week. And on this channel, I'm going to share my stories. I'm going to share some tools and techniques that help me get through to get me where I am today and to help me through some challenging times that I've encountered each and every day. So today, we're talking about not letting your light be dimmed and how to rebrand who you are. So today we're going to focus on rebranding who you are and not letting your light dim anymore because we're not doing that, queenies. We're not doing that, kings. Like, that time is up. We're in March. Well, we're about to be in March. We let 2 months pass, but it's never too late to continue to rebrand yourself and to just come into the light that you are and like just become the person, your authentic self in each and every way. I am actually doing this myself. I have rebranded myself. I started last year. I'm continuing to develop who I am, continuing to add tools and techniques. Here soon, I'm going to do a 21-day challenge, and I want you guys to join me in that. But let's get to the topics, and let me share 4 tips with you guys to rebrand yourself in 2025. Let's go. So, first thing is we want to you need to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself from the past. Like the past, let that be the past. Queenies, let that be the past. Like, stop going over what you coulda, shoulda, woulda did. It doesn't matter. You're here now and you have the opportunity to change. You have the opportunity to like be the person that you want to be. So, forget the past. Like, of course the past makes you who you are, but don't dwell in the past more so than, taking the lessons from that and like just don't dwell in it. Take it for what it is, see it for what it is, take the good, take the bad, but most importantly, we're going to take the lessons from it each and every step of the way. So I would advise you to, I always say, take a journal. I always recommend my journal that I created called the Destination of Life. And we're going to get more into the Destination of Life because I keep talking about it, but we're going to break it down in series, but not today. But take a journal and just start just thinking and let your mind wander about what's the lesson in this situation. What can I learn from my past? Um, for example, recently I have been thinking about, you know, um, why I'm actually single and why did I let my long term relationship, it took me so long to heal. I'm pretty much healed. Uh, yeah, finally, but it was 7 years, and haven't had a real long term relationship since then, and hadn't had a serious relationship since then, for real, for real. And I had to sit with it, and it took a while. Not saying that it's overnight, right? But at first, when I looked at myself, maybe 6 years ago, 5 years ago, after that relationship, I realized, oh, it wasn't them. Like, yeah, he cheated on me, sure, but it was me. Like it was a pattern that I saw in me. I had to really understand, like, there was a pattern in me choosing someone that wasn't worthy of my love, like at that time, at that place, and accepting and allowing that person to still be in my life. So once I realized that, that's when I started therapy and all of that. But it took some it can be harsh to really like look at yourself or look at your past and really come to terms with God doesn't make mistakes. Everything is in divine order. And ultimately, if you get past all of the hurt and all of that, you really can tap into who you really are and where you are, who you're supposed to be. Because although we go through harsh experiences, they really shape who we are if we take the lesson and grow from it and learn all of the tools and techniques that's here on earth to be the highest version of ourselves. So that's number one. We're going to forgive ourselves for the past. We're going to look at the past and we're going to jot down the lessons from the past. Number two, identify yourself and who you really want to be. Identify who you really are. And this is going to take really saying to yourself, hey, I am not who you think you are now, but what does the highest version of yourself look like? And you are the highest version right now. Like the qualities that you have right now, the person that you're looking at right now in this mirror that you look at every day, the person I'm looking at right now is the highest version of ourselves, but we're taking tools and techniques to learn who we are. So what we need to do now is not think take our beautiful qualities that we have now, and we're going to amplify that by making affirmations for ourselves to make us really understand and keep in our mind that we are those things that we say we are. Speaking words to yourself every day, mirror work, repeating those words to yourself every day is really going to help you really process who you really are and where you want to go. So I encourage you at least to have 3 affirmations that you say every morning and every night. Recite them and remember you are a beautiful, amazing, handsome, talented, all of the things that where you see your life, where you want to be, you are that. So start speaking those words so that your body can signal, hey, this is where I'm going, and not who you were. We're heading in the direction of being the best possible person we want to be. We're heading in the direction with the best life we want to be. So it's going to be very, very good to really start saying those affirmations. Some that come to mind for me, what I'm looking at being for the rest of my life, and what I'm looking at being this year for 3 words. I want to be iconic, I want to be authentic, and consistent. So those are my 3 words. And yes, I'm looking at a piece of paper because I want to make sure I don't forget anything. I want to forget I don't miss anything, and make sure you guys get all of this knowledge that I'm giving you guys and what I've just learned from seeing other people and just being inspired by others. So this year, I really want to be iconic, authentic, and consistent. Being consistent with my videos, being consistent with sharing you guys this information, being consistent with just sharing my life, being consistent with what I'm doing, with being consistent right now with working out more and more. Last year I was very consistent, but this year I have to be even more consistent because last year I was able to kind of learn my body. This year, now I'm taking all of that and just being extremely consistent in literally every part, every aspect of my life. And those are the 3 things. And authentic is me sharing my story, me just being candid and open about the things that I have going on in my life, and to hope that it resonates with each and every one of you guys. And if it doesn't, then fine, but you can take what resonates with you and go from there. And iconic, I want to be in my own lane when it comes to what I'm doing, how I'm creating, how I'm coming off, fashion. That's why I have my big furry hat on, because I don't care, because I'm not dimming my light. I'm being who I want to be. And I hope, and if I'm not iconic, cool. But for me, I'm going to be iconic. I know that. So you come up with your 3 things, 3 affirmations. I am iconic, I am consistent, and I am authentic. You come up with your three words of affirmations that you're going to say every day and every morning. Let's go. Now to number 3. All right. All right. So, number 3. I know everybody talks about doing a vision board in the beginning of the year, and that's cool. But you can do it any time of the year. So, number 3, create your vision. Create the vision. Write the vision down. Write it plain. Come up with a plan. Write it down. What do you envision your life to be this year? Let's start there. And if you want to go deep, what do you envision your life to look like for the next 5 years? I'm gonna be honest, I hadn't done that yet. Well, I kind of have. Not really, but envision what you want your life to look. Let's do baby steps. At least envision what you would like your life to be like this year. So a lot of people like to say vision boards. You can do that. I like vision boards only because you're able to see it and go back and reminisce and see, okay, you can check off kind of where you've started and where you've been. Let me tell you, I've shared this. I spoke a few times in January on this topic. And vision boards, I have manifested so many things with vision boards. I had my first vision board when I was 19 years old, maybe 20 years old. This is in 2008, 2007. And that's when the economy was really, we were in a recession. I had just graduated from college. So I got laid off. Before that layoff, I had really just thought that I had it like going on because I had graduated. I had already had a job. Like it was already set in stone, salary set in stone, started a new job. Recession happened. It messed up I'm in construction. That's my profession professionally. And I was working for a civil engineering firm. And the housing market was like, it just went down. I was working on a lot of residential projects, and it really, really hurt the company that I was working for. And unfortunately, because of that, I was laid off and devastated. I had just had my life planned. Like, I really thought that, I was getting ready to move into a condo or get me a new house, all of these things. But then life happened. So at that time, I, of course, had to stay at home with my mom. I had a cousin and a mentor that taught me actually, he taught me about The Secret and the power of the law of attraction. Super amazing. If you haven't read The Secret, if you have not watched the video on YouTube, on Netflix, I recommend you look at that as soon as you finish this video. It is a powerhouse. It will change your life. If you have seen The Secret, please put a comment below. After you watch it, please put a comment below and let me know what you think about it. But I watched The Secret, and that's when I really was like, okay, I'm really going to do this law of attraction, affirmations, and more importantly, vision board. So when I created my vision board, I put a condo, I put luxury cars, I put a husband, I put I put so many things that I wanted, and sure, some of those things didn't come true just yet, but most of them did. I actually manifested the condo that I'm in, that I live in now. I put the vision. Not only did I put a condo on my vision board, I actually put a screensaver of this building on my phone. And I have been here for 14 years, a little bit too long, but I loved it so much. But in 2008, I bought my condo. So I actually got the best job that started my career off like in government contracting, construction, changed the course of my entire life. I've been in construction management, heavy construction management for 20 years now, and it has just been an amazing ride. And so, had I not create that vision board and set the life, and oh, and I actually got luxury cars. I'm on my like third luxury car, which I love. And first, I had a two-door BMW coupe that I put on my vision board. Ended up getting a two-door Audi, which I rode till the wheels came off. Actually, the wheels didn't come off, but then I had a Range Rover truck, which I could have got a Range Rover truck, but when I went to the dealership, the handles. Anyway, I'm not. I don't know about a Range Rover for me. But I ended up getting a luxury Genesis. I love the Genesis car. Like, it's luxury. I got the top of the line Genesis GV80. I'm good. Like, I'm straight. And I'm still continuing to manifest. So I'm just letting you know, and maybe those are materials, but the house is, I definitely manifested my home, and I'm continuing to. Last year, I manifested, I'd made a vision board and I manifested doing content creating, which I did not do as much, but I did start, and I put myself out there and I made videos and I was consistent with a lot of them, but I'm being more consistent now. Another thing that I put out there was that I wanted to I wanted to create something that would help people, and what I ended up doing. And so I just put things like inspiration and inspire. And I actually created a workbook, which is called The Destination of Life. That is a workbook to help each and every person come out of a feeling where they feel stuck, stagnant, and incomplete. And so far, I've gotten great reviews. And so far, I am continuing to make more workbooks, more affirmation cards, so much more to come with that, and just bring that workbook to a level that it really, really helps others. And I'm actually going to start speaking on the workbook and how to use it. And so that is so much so the power of vision boards. If vision boards aren't your thing, then just write it down. But if you're visual, vision boards are a great thing. And if you want to do a vision for the next 6 months, just do the next 6 months. If you want to do a vision board for the next 3 months, just do the next 3 months. If you want to do it for a year and you put the little focuses, do one section at a time and focus on that. And one thing that someone told me when I spoke on vision boards and what to do, they also said follow come up with the come up with your yellow brick road, which I thought was super cool because you have a vision, but what are the stops and the steps to get you to, that Emerald City? So Emerald City is your vision board. Yellow brick road is how you're going to get there. So come up with a plan. Yellow brick road is like your plan. So I would say that's number 4. Come up with the plan after your vision. Come up with your yellow brick road, your plan to your Emerald City, which is your vision board. So, all right, that's 4. So, one more, and this is number 5. Give yourself grace and don't give up. Number 5, give yourself grace and don't give up. No matter what, don't pay attention to anybody. Don't beat yourself up. Don't, if you're doing content creating, if you're whatever you're starting, like I'm not the best at content. This is like my first one, but I like this, I'm not where I want to be, but whatever it is that you want, like for example, for me, it's, you know, I have a passion for really sharing and really helping people be the best version of themselves. That requires me to get on here and talk and speak to you guys. And that requires me to speak to other people. That requires me to mentor people. That requires me to go to speaking engagements. That requires me to put myself out there. And when I tell you I'm a person that has forever dimmed my light, this has been so different for me. And so I always have to give myself grace. I always have to be my number one fan. And I always have to say, hey, what I don't ever want to say what if, so I won't give up. So I'll continue, and I encourage you guys to don't ever put yourself in a position where you have to say what if because you're not doing anything. So give yourself grace, award yourself for what you did rather than what you didn't do. I could be laying in the bed right now, sleep, but I would be also laying in that bed asking, what if I would have gotten up and put myself out there and spoke to you guys? What if I would have changed a life? What if I at least changed one life today? So I encourage you, whatever it is that you are passionate about, that inspires you, give yourself grace. Talk to yourself like you're your number one fan. Hype yourself up when you do that one thing. It could be one thing. Hype yourself up and say, yes, I did that. I am the shit. And continue to just encourage yourself. Let me tell you, nobody's going to encourage you. Like, nobody's going to tell you you need to do this except for you. Nobody is. Nobody's going to be your best fan except for you. So you better hype yourself up and give yourself some grace when things don't necessarily go your way. But just don't give up. Do not give up. And so that is what I have for you guys today. Top 5 in rebranding yourself, top 5 to start the process of rebranding yourself. Listen, queenies, kings, if no one tells you today, I want you to know that I love you so much. I'm here to support you every step of the way. And you're not alone. I am literally going on this journey of content creating, sharing myself with y'all, putting myself out there, not letting my light be dimmed, and in hopes that this inspires at least one or two or three people each and every time. So, listen, have a good Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I will see you next Wednesday for Tap In Wednesday. Remember, don't dim your light, let your light shine. Give yourself a little grace. And most importantly, don't give up.